Hey guys, welcome to Behind the Grape. Tonight we're not going to look at wine. We are going to be back with a great wine on Friday night, a great little Chinon from the Loire Valley, which I'm extremely excited about tasting and sharing with you. But tonight I just wanted to speak about the status of our industry. We're in a bit of a shutdown here again in Toronto. Um, Sadly, December 12th now is the new date. But over the last few weeks, I've been speaking with servers and managers and just been asking them what they've been doing during the pandemic, those that haven't been working as much or maybe not working at all. And to my shock, a lot of them said nothing. I'm just waiting to see what happens and waiting to get called back to work. And it really dawned on me that some people, not all, because I know there's others that are thinking the same way that I am, um, but when you go back into the workplace, the first thing that an employer is going to ask is what you did during the pandemic. Uh, and if it's nothing, you're probably going to get passed over. Um, and the same thing from a guest point of view. I strongly believe, because I know that I'm already sensing it in myself, our guests, when they come back into our hotels, our restaurants, their expectations are going to be sky high because nothing has been open for 8, 9 months. And they're going to think, well, what have you done in that time? Whether it's from a safety point of view, whether it's from a standards point of view, whether it's for a service point of view. What passed as acceptable in the past, I think, will now become the bare minimum. And people will definitely be looking for more uh, to see where their dollars go. And so it just got me thinking from a manager point of view. I was counseling them. I said, pick up a couple of books and do some reading on effective teams, and maybe how to become a better leader. And one of the ones that I really love is the five dysfunctions of a team. This book, helps you with conflict management, conflict resolution, sharing of ideas, um, open communication. If you thought of yourself as a average, maybe poor communicator in the past, going and reading these books and seeking things out online, just to help you articulate what you're trying to do or figure out how to become maybe a better teammate and collaborate on projects, versus digging your heels in and saying, oh, this is how I do it and it's how I've always done it. Because I can assure you that's not going to fly in our new reality when it comes back. And then, from a server's point of view, and bartenders, it's a great opportunity to reach out to the people in the community to harness their knowledge. And when I think of this province alone, when I'm thinking of wine, spirits, um, any beverage, I think of Jennifer Heuther, I think of John Zabo, I think of um, Bruce Wallner, Will Prudhomme, Corey Ladouceur. In Quebec, if you're in Quebec watching this, you've got, you know, um, Elise Lambert, you've got Véronique Rivet, two absolutely incredible women with so much knowledge to share that it can really help you out when you're on the floor if you take that time. And on the West Coast, a couple of people, you've got, there's more than a couple, I shouldn't say that, but a couple that I know, Mr. Robert Stummelchuck, and Sean Nelson, and there are many more. But reach out to these individuals. I'm always offering myself to people too. Like, if you want to more help on service, like we're all happy to help and put people through mock services, even through Zoom. Or if you're at home, practice your serving. If you had trouble carrying a tray with more than two glasses on it, grab a tray and put four or five and just walk around your house. Practice reciting menus and how you would describe them. And again, look at books. I still, to this day, Lessons in Excellence from Charlie Trotter. I love this book. I still read it. I always find something new. And if you take a look, I've got it dog-eared. I've got lines highlighted because I'm always finding something that's going to make me better. Because in my mind, there's been more restaurants and other restaurants that came along, but Charlie Trotter's in Chicago still holds itself in the highest regard of terms of service and how they delivered it and what the expectations were. I recommend that. You know, Lessons in Wine Service. You know, uh, Again, if you're a server or bartender, read these books, maybe at home. Start practicing. If your restaurant is a 5-ounce pour versus a 6-ounce pour, start practicing pouring. I've had servers say to me, well, I need to have the little glass with the liquid in it so I know exactly where to pour. And no, if I'm a guest in your restaurant and I order a Sauvignon Blanc, I want that Sauvignon Blanc coming to my table so I can see exactly what I'm getting, and you pour it. And it is a skill, but it's a skill that can be learned. And whether it's in your head and as you're pouring, it's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, whatever it is, whatever your cadence is, practice it, get better at it. The guests are going to be wanting it, they're going to be looking for it. I've been reading lately the Brewmaster's Table. I love beer, but I want to learn more about beer, more for my studies, but for myself as well, so I can help other people. But I want to learn more about beer and food pairings, so that I can take things to the next level. So I got Garrett Oliver's book, going through it, figuring things out, finding some great cheeses that I can pair with beer, finding some like traditional foods that I would have done with wine that I can do with like a cool stout or with a Trappist beer. And I'm also reading the Michael Jackson Ultimate Beer. So I'm urging you, to invest in yourselves. Our business and our industry is going through such a tough time already, and like I said in the opening, we're going to be held to such a high standard of execution, and rightly so. People are spending their money to dine with us or stay with us. They deserve that. And if we think that how things were in February of last year will be what people are going to be expecting coming up as we reopen, we're going to be in a world of hurt. I really believe that. I hope I'm wrong, but who says getting better is a detriment to anyone? It can only help your business. It can only help you as a person, you as a manager, you as a server, you as a server bartender aspiring to get into management. Take the time, reach out to people in your community, ask questions, read books. We are all in this together. You've got huge networks out there to plug into. So I really hope you do. I was very disheartened to hear more than 10 individuals tell me, well, we're not doing anything. We're just waiting to get called back to work and off we'll go. And it really hit me that there's probably a lot of people out there that are thinking, well, that's going to be okay. That's how it is. But I don't believe it is. So get out there, pick up a book, and reach out to a local mentor, and get yourself ready for going back to work. And when you do, make sure that you give the best service that you possibly can. It will only make our industry that much stronger. Thanks, guys, and see you on Friday when we look at that delicious Chinon. Stay safe.